Hello, it's me, Josh Hunter. I'm presently in the city of Santa Monica, California. And as you know, I used to want to be like a writer or director, like for movies and stuff. But I'm not really. I like the idea of like I like the work. I like being. I mean, I've never been in a writer's room, but I like the idea of like a bunch of people like just writing. But I would never. The idea of it doesn't appeal to me. I don't like the finished product is not something that appeals to me. But anyway, I got this idea, and so I'm just doing what I normally do. I'm imagining that there are other like writers around. Actually, it's not really necessarily writing. It's just, well, let's see. Anyway, so so generally speaking, all right, we all like Superman, right? I mean, the idea of Superman is like just like when you think of like an iconic hero, when we think, oh, what is a superhero? Generally, that's Superman. So I got to thinking, there are a lot of things, what makes someone a hero? Because all these like Avengers movies these guys are just constantly just destroying tons of buildings just to get like, Brainiac or something. It's like, why don't they do things like a little, smoother or something? I mean, I don't know. It doesn't seem like they should do some type of damage control. So, a couple of months ago, I got the idea. Why didn't Superman, like in his off time, why didn't he rescue like all the kidnapped children on Earth, like all the missing persons, kidnapped persons? Why isn't there that Superman story? It may have already happened. I mean, I haven't kept up with all the Superman stories. Like I haven't read like a new comic book in a while. I'm saying, why doesn't he do that? Like, he's got super hearing. Maybe he's just always busy. Maybe there's always something, taking up his time. But even in his spare time, because we've seen the movies like where all the fucking people are constantly like, oh, help me, like he can hear all of them. So why doesn't he do it? All right. So this is a factor that I want to be in this film. Or I mean, if I were going to have a film, like this is something that I want to, I would like to discuss. Why, like a film, this question is the inspiration for this film. So we can find out more about Superman. Okay, why doesn't Superman save all the kidnapped people on Earth, even though he could? So, in this film, or story, or I think it should be a film, Superman is, let's say, he's suspected and then convicted of being like a child molester. Alright? So Superman is like, he goes to jail and he cooperates willingly. Obviously he could, break out of jail. Maybe they build him some kind of kryptonite prison. I'm talking about like a psychological film about Superman that has nothing, where his powers are like secondary. And so, what happens? How do people react to that? Like this, because let's say it's not so much that they find proof or whatever, but there's enough to convict him. And so he goes to prison, and then some massive issue happens, and only Superman can stop it. And so they have to, I mean, so the people, alright, in fact, it doesn't necessarily have to be child molesting. I just thought, like, what would be the thing that is most, like, repugnant? Generally, it's considered the most repugnant crime. He could be, the point is he's convicted of a crime that is generally considered like very repellent, very repugnant. So this might not play out so well, because I know right now, guys, I mean, there's like a lot of, people aren't on board with that. I just saw a review for that Cuties film. Like, what are you guys doing? What's going on? Like, how do you make this film? And just like, like the people who made this film, like maybe they think there's something that they know. Maybe they know something. It's like, oh, we all have a secret, but we're not gonna fucking. Anyway, so let's just say in this film, Superman, he commits some type of repugnant crime, and he gets convicted, and he goes to prison, and then something comes about which demands like only Superman can solve it. But then there is this great struggle. Like a lot of people are like, his crime was too fucking terrible. And even though he's the only one who can fucking solve this thing, we don't want to use him. That's how much we fucking hate Superman. Like that's what I want to see. Like what does that conflict look like? I think that'd be a very nice film. I think it'd be something that I think people could could use it. I think it's like it'd be a useful film. Give people something to contrast. Because sometimes when people do things, we I'm not like forgiving repugnant crimes. I'm just saying, I think it's important that you understand yourself in relation to certain things. Like if there was some massive conflict that only Superman could solve, like how are you gonna on what side are you when that happens? Are you saying, oh yeah, Superman, the child molester, let him go, let him fucking save us, like let him be a hero? So, because I mean, we've always got this like one dimension. It's like he just saves everybody. He always does the right thing. And maybe sometimes things are a little dark and he has to like kill someone that he like he doesn't want to kill or whatever. But I'm saying like, I mean, of the Superman stories that I've read, they did do an Elseworld. I think it was Elseworlds, called Superman Red Sun, which I always wanted to read, because I remember when I was reading a Wizard magazine. I'm not sure if you ever, there's a magazine, it used to be for comic books, called Wizard magazine, and I remember in like the early 2000s, whatever, I was reading it, and it was like, the tagline was, "There is only one superpower now." I thought that was great. I like that. Like what if Superman had landed in Russia instead of landing in America? That's what that comic was about. Like, I thought that was great. I really wanted to read that. I haven't gotten around to reading it yet. So anyway, this is, I want to contribute to the, stories, but I don't like to be associated with a lot of things or whatever. So I just wanted to postulate a situation and see what does that look like how would people, and I think it's something to ask yourself. Like, I think it would help whoever you are watching this. I think you would know yourself better. Like, are you someone who would be like, oh, we hate Superman so much that we only want the opportunity for him to look good even a little bit? That's how much we fucking hate this guy. Or are you saying like, well, let him out for a little bit, but then but take him, or then maybe Superman doesn't even want to cooperate. He says, you guys put me in prison, my hands are tied. I guess I'm not a hero anymore since you guys think I'm a criminal. Like, I'm not going to help you guys. And once this is all done, I'll survive it, but you'll all die. And then Superman shows himself. Like, what if that's who Superman is? Like, just a guy like, oh, you guys think I'm the criminal? Okay, let me watch all you burn. Maybe that's what that scene meant in, was it Man of Steel? Like, where where the thing blows up, he's in the courtroom and everyone burns and he dies. Maybe that's what that meant. Alright. I'm 34 years old, and I've got the best grades on Earth. That was a little creepy, because when I said that, I forgot like the topic that I was talking about, because like I normally do this, but then I was like I don't want any like suspicious questions or whatever. So let's do it again. Let's try it again. I'm 34 years old, and I've got the best grades on Earth. I shouldn't have nodded too. That was a bit. No. Just let it ride. Let it ride.